James Bond, the world's greatest secret agent, is dead.
We're too late. Well, at least he died on the job.
But don't worry, gentlemen. We can rebuild him. We have the technology. We can make him stronger, faster, and Japanese. Wait, what? Hey guys, welcome back to DB Reviews, and today I'm reviewing the 5th James Bond film, You Only Live Twice. Twice! The film is directed by Lewis Gilbert, a newcomer to the series, and it stars Sir Sean Connery as 007 for the 5th time. Now, let's get right into it. James Bond goes to Japan in order to investigate a devilish plot to steal American and Russian spacecrafts in the hopes that they blame each other and start World War III. This naturally leads him to an encounter with SPECTRE, where he finally meets face to face with the bald head of the organization. This film is a big deal.
This is the big one, 007.
This was easily the largest scale Bond adventure up to that point. Everything from the plot, the locations and characters, all the way to the gadgets and the action scenes, everything is ramped up and dialed to 11. Bond is no longer an undercover spy hiding in plain sight. Oh no. Now he's a soldier fighting in an all-out war for the fate of the world. The sets are larger and more complex, the action scenes are grander and filled with extras duking it out, and we even get 2 Bond girls for the price of 1. Now I know what you're thinking. Wow, this sounds like a spectacle of epic proportions. Surely this film has to be one of the greats. To which I reply with, it's complicated. I think the film in most aspects is really well done, but some elements are lacking, to say the least. The problem is that the areas that are lacking are some of the most important areas for me personally. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's take a deep dive. Let's take a closer look at the good, the bad, and the straight up weird of You Only Live Twice. First, the good. This film is beautifully shot. The production design is top-notch and the locations are captured with excellence. Japan is such a visually mesmerizing place, and the film is rife with Japanese culture and customs. I'm a big fan of Japanese culture, okay? I like Japanese motion pictures, I like Japanese music, I like anime, I like the Japanese aesthetic, so needless to say, the film was pleasing to my eye. Very pleasing indeed.
Which girl do you select?
I'll just settle for this little old lady here.
Good choice. She's very sexyful.
That's Tanaka, head of the Japanese Secret Service and Bond's main ally throughout the film. He's also one of the highlights.
I love you.
Aw, I love you too, Tanaka. For a few reasons. First of all, he knows how to live the good life.
In Japan, men always come first. Women come second.
I see what you did there. That's a good one. You sexist bastard. Second of all, he has an army of crazy ninjas at his disposal.
Ninjas?
Now that's freaking awesome. His ninjas even have guns! Gun-wielding ninjas! Now that's some crazy stuff right there. This one is the craziest bastard of them all. Oh God! Somebody help me!
Get in, quick!
Phew, thank you. The Bond girls are also a big positive. The only issue I have with them is that I don't understand why the film needed 2 of them. I mean, they both serve pretty much the same purpose, but the film just decides to change the Bond girl halfway through. But hey, it's You Only Live Twice. Bigger is better when it comes to this movie, so 2 Bond girls it is, I guess. Their devotion to Bond is really something to behold. It makes their characters very endearing. Not to mention that they both actually help Bond on his mission. One helps him escape tight situations more than once, and the other helps him discover Spectre's secret lair, as well as fights alongside him in the final battle. And speaking of the secret lair, holy moly, this set is amazing. The volcano lair is a crowning achievement in set design. It's expansive, it's inventive, it has a monorail. I mean, that alone should sell it as a classic evil lair. It even has a pool, but it's filled with hungry man-eating piranhas, so I don't recommend it. This unfortunately brings me to the negatives. If it wasn't obvious by now, this film is very ambitious, but in my opinion, this is the first film in the series that bites off more than it can chew. This manifests itself in some really bad special effects, as well as in an unbalanced tone throughout. In other words, this film can get really silly at times. Now, I know, it's James Bond. It's silly, but there's a difference between good taste, fun silly, and distracting bad silly. And the main vessel of this silliness is the main villain.
You only live twice, Mr. Bond.
Wait, you mean to tell me that the main villain wasn't the cat, but the person holding the cat?
What a twist!
I am Ernst Stavro Blofeld.
Yes, Blofeld. He is the leader of Spectre. He is the greatest criminal mastermind the world has ever seen. He is James Bond's arch nemesis. He is a cartoon. He is! I'm sorry. I know he's probably the most iconic Bond villain of all time, but I just can't take him seriously.
The firing power inside my crater is enough to annihilate a small army.
Donald Pleasence is a great actor, and he does lend a certain aura to the character, but the accent and the way he delivers his lines, it's just weird. I mean, when he says things like,
Crater guns fire!
I just can't get Dr. Evil out of my head. The burden of living in a post-Austin Powers world. Also, for a criminal mastermind and a leader of a secret organization, he's surprisingly naive. I mean, why in the world would you give James Bond a cigarette?
May I smoke?
Yes, give him his cigarette.
12 seconds later.
Even one of your agents knew better, and that was 3 films ago.
How about a cigarette?
Not a chance.
Don't get me wrong, I like Blofeld. He is iconic and it's fun to watch him on screen, but I just wish I could take him more seriously.
Kill Bond! Now!
Now, you've probably noticed that something is missing from this James Bond review. James Bond! What about him? Well guys, I'm sorry to say, but this is Sean Connery's worst performance yet.
Request permission to come aboard, sir.
It's serviceable at best, but this is the first time when Sean Connery doesn't bring his A-game to the role. And it really breaks my heart, because this film had the potential to be one of the greats. It really did. Even with all the silliness and with all the flaws, the film does so much right when it comes to the visual style and the scope. All it needed was an anchor, something to glue it all together. It needed a strong performance from Sean Connery, like he delivered in the last 4 films. However, Sean Connery just looks bored and uninterested. I don't know what it is. Something about his eyes and his facial expressions just make it seem like he'd rather be somewhere else.
Japanese proverbs say, bird never make nest in bare tree.
Oh, come on, James, wake up! Here, Q will bring you something to play with.
Very small, quite fast. Can do anything, just your type.
A toy helicopter?
There, that's bound to get you feeling excited again. Rediscover your youth.
Hello, Base 1. There's nothing here but volcanoes. Little Nelly got a hot reception. 4 big shots made improper advances towards her.
Why do you look like you're sitting at a parent-teacher conference? You just blew a bunch of helicopters out of the sky. Is it really too much to ask for a bit more thrill in your delivery? Look, I know it may not seem like it, but I really do like this film. Like I said before, it does a lot of things right, and there's a lot of things that I really enjoy about it. But that just makes the bad parts more jarring for me. It makes it feel less like a good film and more like a film that could have been great, but wasted its potential. However, that's my problem, and I need to get over myself. I need to judge this film not for what I want it to be, but for what it is, which is a fun, visually striking, large-scale, classic 60s action-adventure film. You Only Live Twice is certainly warranted the label of a classic, even if for me it feels more like a missed opportunity. Arigatou gozaimasu. Oh god, my Japanese is terrible. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this and you want to see more, please subscribe to my channel and leave a like on the video. If you want to see more James Bond reviews, click right here. And please let me know in the comments which movies you'd like to see me review in the future. Until next time, Have a good one. Whoa, holy crap! Somebody!